Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD view. This is actually for a brand new person of Rose. Rose is a lovely member of my community, always pops in and says hi. They're really, really sweet. And they are basically coming to me like with this kind of like VOD for them today. They've written out, I have 1 or 2 Mistimed Valks. I play decently well. This is my first card since I got back into Masters. I kind of clutched the game as I touched at 0.3 meters, I think. Saying this, I haven't been to GM since Overwatch 1, and I'm wondering why I haven't, why I can't basically get back into it, basically. Alright, so I have had a few chats with like Rose and stuff like that before, basically like, you know, they've asked me like quite a few times, like, oh, you know, like, why haven't I like got into like, you know, gone back into GM? They were GM, I believe, from like season 20 to like season 29, I believe, of Overwatch 1. So it's like quite a bit of Overwatch 1. Now, it's not like the start of Overwatch 1 where it was like a little bit like weird and stuff like that, obviously, you know, without role queue and stuff like that. So it was like role queue, Mercy, GM. So I'm gonna see basically like where they're kind of struggling. They said they have struggled a little bit since the start of Overwatch 2, trying to like, you know, get back to it and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna have like looking at that, basically see how we can do better. Now, they have just got back into Masters, and they also said they have clutched out this game a little bit, which is, you know, going to be really, really interesting to see. And, yeah, we do have on the Contender skin. I have not seen the skin yet in-game, obviously, apart from myself using it. I'm yet to see a person with a VOD, so it's really, really nice to see someone, like, using the new Contender skin and stuff like that. Obviously, it's not available anymore in case people are interested in that and stuff like that. And once again, you can get your own VOD. You can get your own VOD review. Sorry, they have 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. So you guys can obviously, you know, earn the channel points that you need to reach that 5K. You're more than welcome to come and have a look. You know, in my community, you're more than welcome to, or you can have a chat as well. Honestly, up to you. We also don't have a weapon charm. I've just realised. Let's see, it hasn't spawned in. No, we have no weapon charm. I'm really disappointed, actually. I was looking forward like for the weapon charm. But anyways, looking at the comp that we have, obviously we have ourselves Ashe, Bastion, Winston, and Kiriko. A really, really good Mercy comp. Because obviously, you know, we can stay in damage boost Ashe. If Bastion goes to turret form, you can damage boost him. Winston, if he's near you, you can also, what's it called? Help dive in and stuff like that. And Kiri is also a really great one, just damage boost if, you know, she has a better angle compared to everyone else. But so we're heading in. Already love to see that we're already using these cancelled GAs and stuff like that. Nice damage just onto Ashe here. Nice. Love how you look away as well to do that rotation. Nice heals. Lovely how you like damage me straight away. Lovely ping as well on the dynamite, keeping away from it. Okay, my only thing here is I would be kind of pushed up a little bit more than what I am doing. Like, it feels like you've played this part a little bit passively. I would be going in and damage boost the Bastion a little bit more. Just try and get that damage boost in. Lovely help on the, obviously helping the Ashe, stuff like that though. We got a little bit stuck with the beams there, but it's fine, we've got it now, which is all good. Lovely damage boost on Sebastian, really, really great. I love this jiggle peeking right now, obviously, you know, playing out the way and stuff like that. Lovely damage boost onto the Ashe. Nice, I know you know the life we deserve, which is really good. Nice damage boost onto Ashe again. Really nice, obviously, going to go help with the follow-up and everything. Nice damage boost. Nice. Okay, overall, I have nothing to... Apart from maybe, like, a few times where in this kind of, like, corridor, we could have been, like, a little bit more aggressive and stuff like that. Apart from that, really, really smooth first round. Like, we did the absolute right things there. Really, really great. So, obviously, rotating up to be with Ashe. Really nice. Nice heals. Kiri's obviously moved forward. At this point, I've been looking to maybe like go into the point for a second. Like, your team is completely fine, and your Kiri looks like she's really kind of like ready to, what's called, push up and stuff like that with everyone. So you can take that few moments just to kind of like move this payload. It's going to be like a payload moving time now. I think your Kiri just ended up going back on it, which is fine. You can res that definitely. Nice. You did end up pinging it as well, which is really, really great. That's a really good thing to get into. My only thing is I would have done it a little bit quicker. Like, as soon as he falls, just res it, like, instantly. Just so it doesn't give anyone any chance to, like, push up and stuff like that. And also, it gives, like, basically, like, it gives also less time for your Ashe and your Bastion to get down low. That's fine. Bastions up dying because of it. That's not really your fault. Because, obviously, you know, you ping the res. Ooh, okay. And it feels like this is one of these mistimed Valks, okay? So, this, you do not need to Valk. Because you've already lost your Bastion, right? So, and so it's like, what, it's like a 5v4 for you guys now? So, essentially, you do not want to Valk this unless if your team gets a pick. If your team gets a pick, then obviously you want to keep that momentum going, and then you want to carry on damage boosting in. Because I feel as though you Valk to try and help this Winston, and it's not going to help, and it's your Kiri's also done the exact same as you, right? So basically, what could save Winston, like, they unfortunately have a lot of damage for him and stuff like that, and he's also not played like the best. Let me just quickly rewind it back to kind of like show it. So this is when obviously it comes back to come like get the res and stuff like that, which is completely fine. I would do it a little bit sooner. Nice cover though with that res, right? Bastions of dying, okay, that's not your fault because you did all you could, right? You go in to obviously help the Ashe. Okay, if you want to save Winston, you have to Valk like basically instead of doing this GA to your GA to your Ashe, you would have like had to Valk a little bit sooner. My only issue is I don't like the Valk in this scenario because I feel as though this is just like a lost fight, especially because you've just like res your Winston and it just like dives in like he has done. But anyways, I feel as though it's if you wanted to save the Winston, I feel as though it's a little bit late. But anyways, still like obviously, you know, still keep out with your Ashe. Yeah. Ashes are falling, which is completely fine. Love how you rotate up to the high ground, really nice. Go to damage his Bastion now, nice. We switched to switched to Rhine, but yeah. Didn't like it either? Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you already know that you didn't like it.
Let's keep it moving.
That's fine if your rank goes and pins there and stuff like that. Let your Kiri heal that, like, because what you could do here is you could essentially just help your Bastion out and stuff like that. Let your Kiri heal this to allow her to get her ult charge, because Kiri's ult is just so much better than Mercy's. Which is like what you end up kind of doing a little bit here. But, like, as soon as you hear that Kiri like TP in to go and help the Rhine and stuff like that, unless if he's getting like really hard pressure and stuff, you don't really need to help him here. But it's nice obviously pushing up with Bastion here. You can hear someone above you, lovely. Really, really nice awareness. Lovely pings as well. Okay, my only thing is I don't think you need to rotate back like you did, okay? I feel as though we can just play it out here unless if you start getting pressured. So let me just quickly rewind it. So yeah, it's at this point where I would just let your Kiri heal. Obviously you disconnect the beam to allow it to happen. Okay, so we realize the person's above us, which is like nice. Really, really good. Really good ping, okay? You don't need to GA back here because you GAing back like this is making you extremely vulnerable to this soldier, okay? What you can do here is allow these guys just to fight out as they are, because if Kiri or like Ashe gets weak, they have so much cover around here, including the payload, where they can just crouch behind it or like play safe and stuff like that and allow themselves to regen with like the cart and stuff like that. You GAing yourself back here, especially in this straight line that you did, but just allows the soldiers to have a direct trajectory on you. Just go like this, basically, if it wanted to, right? You can stay down here, stay with your Bastion, and just damage boost him once these guys stop pushing him, because they are down to support. Like their Mercy's also up here and stuff like that. Because what ends up happening is you end up kind of falling back when you don't need to, and then now your Bastion comes out with this turret for him. You could very easily get a lot of damage off on this Jungle Queen or like anyone else that starts peeking around here if you're with him. But I'm going to see what ends up happening, because we end up, obviously, you know, going back. Tell your team to fall back, which is nice. Okay, I feel as though this is a bit of a bad GA by you, because we should know that the Ashe is going up into the high ground, because we know the Ashe will be wanting to be aggressive, and the best way Ashe can do that is to coach gun up. Ashe is either like just coach up like directly vertically and just like flick the damage boost and like use the dynamites and stuff like that, or they will normally coach gun up to a high ground. Now, whenever they do that, obviously you did the right thing of like, damage boosting. But try and just save your GA for a second, because you are safe here. And it's okay if you disconnect your beam for like a second, because obviously the cart's moved and stuff like that. She's going to move to go into contest as soldier. So you could just wait and just GA and then play up here with her, alright? Then I'll go back to her, obviously help him with the thing. Helping Ashe, which is fine. Ooh, we need to help Ashe though. Okay, I feel as though this fight's got a little bit weird, but I don't think this is your fault. Let me watch it from a third-person view, because I want to kind of see what happens. So this is you, basically, so yeah, so that's you panicking, saying, oh, I don't have LOS at the Ashe, and you go up. Okay, that's completely fine. That's great. You guys are going to try and help stop the res, which you don't end up doing, which is unfortunate. Okay. Or the anti. Does Kiri not have Zuzu? Oh, Kiri does have Zuzu. Okay. Kiri missed her Zuzu. Okay, this is not your fault. This is absolutely not your fault. Like, Kiri just missed her Zuzu on both people, which is completely not your issue. Like, you're actually doing the right thing here of, like, staying up here and, like, helping your Ashe and stuff like that. I was just wondering why, like, 2 people had died. But absolutely not your fault. Like, your Kiri missed her Zuzu, that's on her. Nice, so we just got reset. Perfect. So once again, nothing you can really do there. Like, you did the absolute right thing of, like, staying up with your Ashe. And stuff like that, like you did the absolute right thing. You just can't do anything when your Kiriko just misses the Zuzu like that. Like, unfortunate, but we go again. Bastions of dying. Nice, you can press that. Nice. Obviously, just be careful because it's still on that high ground. Once again, okay, because your Ashe is like currently like above half HP. And your Bastion's the one that's kind of like helping challenge this angle. Obviously, it's your Kiri that ends up killing it. Just make sure you still put that damage boost onto him before your Ashe goes up, because then your Ashe is going to use the coach gun up. You can damage boost. We rotate. Can't do anything there. Hold on. What's your Kiriko doing? So this is a nice res. So what's happening? So Kiri gets the soldier. You help your Ryan, which is completely fine because Kiri ends up doing the exact same. Oh, okay, so you both end up abandoning the Ryan, right? I don't think this is your fault because obviously, you know, what's it called? She should be the one that should be like down here kind of like helping heal and stuff like that. She feels like she's being very DPS-y and aggressive. In which case, you have to very much read kind of how she's, what's it called? She often left me to heal stuff when she tried to 1v2 the Pocket soldier. Which, she got the soldier the first time and stuff like that. Okay. That's fine. You lose that one. That's obviously backing off. Okay. At this point, we should now be realizing, okay, my Kiri's being very aggressive and very kind of, what's it called? Very, you know, wanting to 1v1 people, right? At this point, it now changes our Mercy playstyle. We can no longer just kind of like sit and like, you know, happily damage boost like the tanks. So happily damage boost like the DPS and stuff like that. We have to now kind of be a little bit more like, not so much proactive, but very much like we now have to like switch our role and now try and like heal people a little bit more, like especially the Ryan and stuff like that. We switched to Bab, so this very much tells to me that he wants to get in aggressive and like DPS and everything. Obviously, this is fine. You're trying to help. Nice saying fall back and stuff. Damage boost now. Unlucky. Ends up getting pulled into a corner or anything. Okay. I think I like this spell. Let me just quickly turn it back because I feel as though I kind of like zoned out a little bit for a sec. So this is fine. Obviously, you helping like your Ryan and everything like that. This is really, really great. Bastions are going in for his turret form, which is nice. He ends up getting pulled around. Okay, can't even do anything like that. Ryan goes in. Okay, instead of going in with your Valk here, you could literally, as your Ryan creates the space by pushing forward, you GA in and you have res, don't you? Yeah, you GA in and you res. Because then you can decide to yourself after you've resed if you need to Valk. Because at this moment in time, your Ryan is just going to obviously, you know, pin forward and be like, you know, really aggressive, make space. Enough time for you to like do this res. And then depending on how kind of like, not so much how weak your Ryan is, but also depending on how much like your team need help and stuff like that, you can then go and what's it called? You can then like go and Valk after that. But as we pop Valk, that's fine. Really like lovely knowledge, obviously knowing that the echo is behind everything. Really nice, obviously keeping above half HP. Now you go for this res, which is really nice. Nice. Lovely damage boost as well, just try and focus down the thingy. Nice damage boost as well into the Ryan slam. I have absolutely like, you know, is what it is. Nice. Nice. So we're once again a really, really good fight. I would just maybe kind of hold up on the Valk a little bit while you're going res. Just so you can get the most kind of like out with the Valk, if you get me. But it's nice obviously pushing it in. Ashe Midge is so dynamite, which isn't really ideal, I guess. Nice. Damage boost now. Very, very nice. Nice. Really, really nice ping, just to let them know that they're there. Obviously can't do it from your Bastion because the Jungle Queen's there. I'm hoping your BAP can help. Yeah, your BAP is helping, which is nice. Obviously helping top him up a little bit. Unfortunately, you end up getting picked off by the Jungle Queen ult while that happens, and you just end up dying to it. So I don't think there's really anything else you could really do there, because I know obviously you want to like play this cover, and your Ashe kind of drops over here. I feel like, and also because you know this BAPs be like really aggressive and stuff like that you want to stay with the Rhine, which I feel as though is a completely fine decision from you, and it's just really unfortunate that the Jungle Queen ult comes for you, but it's fine. Really nice to reset really quickly and everything. That's obviously you know asking your Ashe to come for you. That she's just not, but it's fine. Nice rotation away. Okay, my other thing is this is a time where we didn't need to use the slingshot getting in here. I'm just quickly rewinded to show you. We could very much just do a cancel GA here instead of like slingshot yourself in. I don't know if this would have helped you like clear the stickies or not, but it would have like definitely helped like move yourself away from the echo a little bit quicker. So yeah, it's this one. Cancel your GA here because you're still in beam range of like all these people. So you can essentially just cancel your GA here, and then you have like all these people, and then Echo's coming for you with stickies, or I can use my GA and then be like behind cover. Because especially if she comes in with that focus beam afterwards, excuse me, you can use like your natural cover and everything like that just to try and block that focus beam. But anyways, so obviously damage boosting, really, really nice. Really, really nice. I think my only thing is I do not like you standing out here. Like, I don't want you to kind of like stand out in this open bit where you're going to be vulnerable to like all these guys. Once again, play your cover, play behind here. Still remember your cover. Even though your team is like progressing forward and like doing well and everything, still play your cover. I mean, nice. Don't think you can really do anything for your Bastion there, which is unfortunate. Can't do anything for your Ashe there, but I think you're doing the right thing. Nice GA away. Okay, I feel as though this one's a little bit of a mess up. I see if Blab was there for my res. Wait, whereabouts Rose? Hold on, I'm confused. Wait, what part do you mean, Rose? I'm a little bit confused. Is it this bit? I'm confused. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit more. If we're like right before the Rhine died. Oh, do you mean here? Because I'm gonna be honest, at this point in time, you're not gonna get this res off. Like, do not look for this res, right? Because this res is already in front of the Junker Queen. And even if he puts a lamp down like this, what's going to happen is these guys are just instantly going to try and get it. I will probably get you getting out of this. Now, it might not get you while you're doing the res, do not get me wrong, but it will get you as you're getting out, okay? You are not going to get away with this res whatsoever. It is better instead just to stay here and just kind of help damage boost this Bastion. Bastion obviously gets the pick onto the Ashe, which is exactly what he should be doing. And then you just need to play that cover, because right now you're not going to get that res off, okay? I'm on your BAP, not you. So as you help back, Bastion's falling, not really your fault. Nice, obviously, you know, backing away and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, the Jungle Queen's there. Nice, once again, ping in, make sure you're away. Right, I don't like this GA. This GA should literally just be like a kind of like a GA and cancel and play underneath here, because it allows your BAP to like still be enabled, because obviously he wants like, you know, to challenge these two, but also you're not taking the damage that you take in a second by flinging yourself up to here, right? You can literally just fly up, cancel your GA and play under here to allow your BAP to be aggressive, but you're also in the cover. It also means as well, if your Rhine needs any help, you can go and help him as well. But what you end up doing is you end up kind of flinging yourself up, and it ends up with you taking a lot of like extra damage stuff that you don't need to, and you end up also taking the dynamite. Now this is really, really great of you, obviously, you know, pushing up, he has a fall in. Really nice movement to get away. Can't really do about that, which has to regroup. Nice using the orb as well to get away, really, really nice. Go and help Rhine, which is completely fine. Nice helping Rhine. Just while you're doing this as well, don't try to like tunnel vision on him, because for example, your what's called your soldier's really, really weak, and he also like still wants to be going like really, really aggressive. Just as soon as you get him to like that kind of like half HP, still be trying to look around. Like obviously if you're a soldier, you see your BAP's back, you can then, as soon as that's possible, you can rotate round to go and help him. Yes. Yep. No, I know exactly what you mean. Like, you ping it, like, I want to res. It would have been better if, like, your Rhine was, like, back here to, like, shield you from it and stuff like that. But, yeah, no, I could already see from, like, your body language that you did not mean that res. And we know why you didn't mean that res. There's no point kind of, you know, there's no point kind of going over it when you didn't need to, so it's okay. We'll keep on going. Yeah, no, it's alright, Rose. Alright, we keep on going back. So, damage boosting back, which is completely fine. Nice damage boost. Obviously, can't do it if you're Sombra because she's Sombra. Who's your other DPS? Soldier. Okay. Okay, I would be helping our Winston dive in here, right? Because what's going to happen is it's absolutely fine you staying with this map right now. As soon as your Winston dives in like this, you want to be with him. And you want to be aggressive with him. Because he has this bubble down, so you can literally just stand in this bubble. You put the blue boot onto him to allow him to get this damage onto these guys. And just take this, help him take this space. It also means as well that, because what's going to happen is whoever Mercy puts the beam on, Winston is going to do no damage to it whatsoever. Because Mercy's healing counteracts Winston's damage for some, like, really weird reason. But if you damage boost it, it allows to get over that kind of, like, that kind of neutralization. Basically it allows you to like to get that little bit more damage, and it also allows you to get in aggressive and try and get that little bit of extra blue beam in. Okay, so keep on going. This is exactly what you do. We just need to do it a little bit sooner. He ends up dropping, which is fine. Love how you damage boosted BAP, obviously because you want this being aggressive. Your BAP is like now being way too aggressive, which is not your fault. Really nice heal for him. Nice Valk. I like this one. This is a really good Valk. Lovely use of cover. Really nice use of damage boost. Really nice. Love how you damage boosting your Winston right now. That's amazing. You going in to go and help that Winston there. Really, really nice. Nice. Okay. My only thing is just wait for him to kind of like come back a little bit more, because you end up kind of using your slingshot and put yourself in like a weird kind of place, because I feel as though you do end up messing up your movement a little bit here, right? Literally just allow yourself just to kind of like stay where you are and wait for him to kind of come back a little bit more, just so you can go like help out. Anyways, I'm hoping you end up peeling for your soldier in a second. Oh, we need to be with soldier a little bit sooner. Okay, let me back this out, just kind of show you. It's kind of like it feels weird this match, because it's like there's sometimes where it feels like you should be able to trust your BAP, but then other ones where it's like you're not. Okay, so let me go through this again. So I love this Valk. Can I just say this Valk is amazing, right? Really good use of like cover, damage boost, healing, all that kind of stuff. And then you go and help your Winston in, which is really, really nice. I love this damage boost onto him and everything. Obviously we know Ash's main. Okay, I think it's this GA that kind of like messes it up in a second. Oh no, you're actually alright with that GA. But do you see what I mean? Where it's like, what's it called? Like you do this GA while your Winston is still peeling back and your BAP is here to help out, right? Because you have to kind of think to yourself, and really, it's annoying because in this match you're having to basically keep like a second eye onto your DPS and stuff like that. So it's very much, you can just kind of like stay where you are and just kind of GA yourself like maybe into this room or like just away, so you can like still help this soldier right now and let your BAP heal up this Winston. It's really unfortunate because you have to obviously keep like a second eye on him, basically, of like, is he DPS or is he kind of like helping? Because I feel as though this is the reason why your soldier ends up falling here. And you really need your soldier to be up here because he has that visor. Okay, but so we back off. We need to help Winston though. Nice. Really, yeah, you can res that. Oh, you should have res that just then. That was your res opportunity. Oh man, you were so what's it called? You were so late. Like just a tad little bit late. Let me go back. I want to show you when you should have got him. Right. So we lose soldier. Okay, we back off. That's fine. I feel as though this could have maybe just been like a GA cancel maybe, and like walked yourself around here, just kind of like save that GA. But it's fine. Helped your Winston, which is fine. And then I know at this point you're looking for this res, okay? In your mind, I'm like, I know you want to go for that res. Now, you just GA in and you res. At this point, okay? Do you want to know why? And why you should just do this without fear, okay? Winston is diving the Echo, right? Which means all the attention is going to go onto either like the BAP who's in the window right now, or it's going to be going onto your Winston that's diving this Echo. This basically means the Echo is completely out of the fight, cannot hurt you, right? You also know that there's obviously this Life Weaver and this Ashe that are here, because you can hear them, right? They're not going to walk around this corner to try and contest you though, because this window is up. This is perfect space made for you, that as soon as he dives in like this, obviously A, flick the damage boost onto him when he jumps in, but also B, you can go in and res this. I struggle a lot of actually pressing the button. I don't think there's anything I could really like do to obviously help with that, but this is like the point we should be trying to. And I feel as though we were just a tiny bit too late, which is unfortunate, but I'm gonna see what I end up doing. Nice, I'm just playing out of the way. Bab was a bit too aggressive there, so it's not your fault. Dedicated that boots about a bit, and honestly, you can't really survive this or do anything there, basically. So, but that team fight would have been so much better. Oh, just impede. That team fight would have been so much better if you got that res up on that soldier. That's the other thing I'm going to say to you there, alright? So, just when you know there's enough like zoning and stuff like that, and you know someone's got an ultimate that can really help change the team fight, try it as much as you can, even if you do end up dying to it, which is, it's not good to die to, obviously, for a res, but if it's something like an ultimate like a visor that's really good for zoning people and get that caught a little bit further, it allows you to then switch to someone like a Lucio or something to try and get back quickly and help your team. So overall, Rose, I don't think like honestly there's hardly anything I can really comment on that you're doing wrong. It's mainly just movement things, I feel like there's a few times where I feel as though we should be kind of like pushing up a little bit more, and maybe like damage boosting and pushing up with some people a little bit more. Like you did it perfectly in your Valk towards the end when you were like going in to go and help the Winston and stuff like that, but I want you to do that a little bit more outside of your Valks and stuff like that, like especially at the beginning, sorry, not at the beginning, when your damage is to the map and the Winston goes in a little bit more aggressive. Try to, what's it called? I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, I kind of throw the first round because I made a lot of mistakes. First one depends on the second point. Okay, well, I'm gonna have a look at that then, because I feel as though like you've done really well so far. Like I'm gonna be honest, like it's really good. Like res is, apart from that last one, which if you would have got that off, that would have been so good. Apart from then, all right. The first Valk was a little bit dodgy. I'm gonna be honest. Second Valk also I would have done a little bit later, and then I like the third Valk. The third Valk was really good. But as I quickly skip forward to get to the attack. So we have ourselves a soldier, Mei, Sigma, Bap, and obviously ourselves. Now, where is soldier? Okay, so normally, obviously you'll know this, but I'm just gonna say this like in general for anyone that's watching. Normally what happens on Numbani defense is people will hold in this kind of like on this high ground because people either push in here, but then normally there'll be some kind of like hit scan, like normally an Ashe, like a soldier or something, that will stand up on this high ground, and it's your job here to kind of like sit with them. Now, you don't really have this in this scenario. You actually have this like Mei that's kind of like pushed up and stuff like that. I asked him, but he didn't. A little bit stubborn, but you know, if he knows best, I guess. But anyways, so I would basically kind of like be in that room just trying to help the Mei with like the stray icicles. He told me to shut up. How rude. But yeah, no, I would have been pushed up with the Mei just really fully in that room to start off with. Now, obviously, we know the Pharah, right? We had heard the Pharah, right? We had to think to ourselves, okay, where's the Pharah going to come from on this map? Pharah can either come main, or she can come and flank behind us. So we just have to be really careful for that, and I feel as though you are going to be really careful with that and like looking behind and stuff. Obviously, you're trying to help heal all these people, because obviously Bat's not here. Really nice how you recognise that. Love how you like flick yourself away, really nice. Nice positioning out of the way, really good. Bap ends up killing the Pharah, which is, I guess, like a good thing. Res, very nice. Overall, really great so far. Really nice commitment with your team and stuff like that. Really nice. Okay. Nice, obviously, telling your team to group up again, which is great. Same thing, you just want to be out with your soldier at this very beginning bit. Just basically, whoever's like outside here, you want to damage boost. You want to damage boost like your soldier, or until he gets in, then you can damage boost your Mei, and then you can damage boost your Sigma as the last ones. Obviously, everyone's coming out now. Nice, playing out the way again. Nice. I like how you use like the little backwards shoot to try and get that. That's really nice. Helping your Mei, which is completely fine. I would literally, as soon as he gets walled off like that, stick that damage boost onto that Mei to try and get rid of him like a little bit quicker. Nice. I love how you know there's that cast main now, like down below. Really, really nice. Really nice helping. Obviously back off a little bit, which is completely fine. Nice how you rotate away from that high ground as well, being able to peek you and stuff like that. Really, really nice. Oh wait, you soldiers rotated. I was gonna say if your soldier is still down here, it might be fine. Someone to just try, you know, try and like put his beam on him and stuff. He's rotated around now, which is nice. Flick that damage to on for the Sigma Rock just to get that little bit of extra damage in. Ooh, okay, we messed up our GA there. Now, I don't think this saves him. I'm gonna be honest. Which is your BAP's fault, because your BAP has had poor positioning throughout this entire thing, right? Let's quickly go back. I feel as though you mess up the GA, but I don't think it matters too much, because I don't think he survives it. So, this is fine. Obviously, you're hanging about, like, on this high ground and stuff with, like, the team and everything. Like, and then you go in damage boost, right? You can hear the fire and stuff like that, and I feel as though it's more like a sound thing, where it's like, we need to kind of, like, react to this a little bit quicker. Now, this is, honestly, this isn't your fault, because the BAP's positioned here, like when he should be kind of like on here with like the rest of the team and stuff like that, and then you kind of like mess up your GA as you're going to go. So this is like the point where obviously you react to it, and then you I want to try and time this as you would have GA'd. So this is actually very good timing, because I realize I can't pan the camera as quick as you can GA, but I think he would have got there and he would have died, which I feel as though you just like I feel as though it's hard to say, because it's like your BAP has poor positioning, yet at the same time we can listen out for the Farah and know the Farah is going to be main and stuff like that, and we can help like peel for him and stuff like that. Because as soon as like you can hear the BAP kind of like shooting at something, like obviously being shot at, you know it's going to be the Farah. So as soon as you can hear her kind of like use, because you can hear Farah like when she uses like her boosters upwards and stuff like that. So when she uses these boosters, you can actually go in and like help peel for the BAP a little bit like sooner than what you did. Obviously you don't doing the GA and everything wrong, which is fine. Love how you go to ping the res. Lovely cover to go and use the res, which is completely fine. Really nice peel back as well. Did the absolute right thing with the res though. Really, really great. Also playing back again. So you know they're underneath, which is really, really nice. Just like still try and keep that beam on to your soldier though, even though you know they're underneath. And that's obviously how you're helping the Sigma. But as soon as you know they've kind of like out of this area, because you kind of hear it like when the Sigma's like orbs like stop, you know, like hitting people and stuff like that, you then now need to like peel back and to go with someone. Now everyone's like currently underneath here, which isn't helpful, because you know the Farah's gonna be going up on barrage and stuff like that. So we need to try and just play for our life a little bit more. Now the other Farah's gonna be behind us. I feel as though this is a little bit of a panicky state at your part. Like you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna spread where's the Farah, okay? You know this BAP is up here because he's been here this entire time, okay? If you need an escape route and you need to make distance for a second, you can J over to this BAP and then just slingshot yourself back into the team fight if you need to. So we end up rotating. I don't mind this battle because obviously everyone's a bit split and everyone's happening a bit weird. Nice barrage. You can go in and res. Okay. I like the Valk. Let me go back. Okay, I like this Valk because obviously everyone's a bit split, everyone's a bit, you know, all over the place, stuff like that, okay? This is fine because you're helping push up on all these ultimates, right? So you're absolutely doing the absolute right thing here. Obviously look out for him. Can't do anything because it's barrage. Okay, as soon as that Farah dies and you have... Oh, it's the ally team Sigma's barrier. So I thought it was your barrier. But anyways, as soon as he's done that flux, everyone is still going to be like retreated back into this room to get away from his flux. Because you're in Valk as well, this gives you a really good opportunity to res someone. Now, it doesn't really matter who in this scenario, because obviously Farah's died. It probably would be your Mei, I would probably say, at this very moment in time. It's probably going to be your best bet. But yeah. I looked back and I was like, oh, I got distracted by it. No, honestly, and it's fine because you're not going to help out heal the Farah barrage, but you've done the right thing, obviously helping with the flux. But then as soon as that flux comes down, bam, go in for that res straight away. Because if Bab dies during that, it's completely his fault. And you see how you did this GA? This GA should have actually just been a GA down here to res someone. Because what Cass will do is he'll try and like pop his high noon like he just has done. But you're already down here resing someone and you're completely out of the way. It allows them, the three of you, to continue on this push, either to the point or to continue pushing people on high ground, and you're also out of the way of that castle, because it's this one like little mini GA, which I don't really understand why you've made it, that has made you like panic and be like, oh my gosh. I love how you end up recovering it though by using the barriers and stuff like that to, like, you know, keep yourself out of the way, and then you basically wait till like the last second that you can just try and like help. And I feel like you end up floating away now to reset. Your Sigma's still alive though. Oh, it does not die at the end and stuff like that. But yeah, I will say that is not so much your fault, but we could definitely do more there by resing someone and then helping with that recontest. Because if you had an extra person there, I don't know whether you win it, but it would definitely either force out more ultimates or really like help still pressurize and maybe stall out a little bit more. Alright, but we'll keep going. Obviously telling your mate to get back, which is nice. Healing back and everything like that, which is really good. Nice heals onto May. Obviously backing off and everything already. Nice damage boost onto her. Love how you're looking up for that escape route on the just in case. Really, really nice. May ends up falling. That's not really great, but, you know, not your fault either. Nice heals on the bat. Need to heal back though. Nice. You end up going in the room, which is fine. My only thing at this very moment in time is you need to damage this a little bit more. Like, you could damage this that Sigma throughout that entire thing when the BAP's healing him, because the BAP's not being DPS-y right now. I don't like that GA. So I feel as though she's just being like a little bit distracted just then. Nice. You just like, you know. Okay. Another thing as well, because obviously you know that there's lamps up and stuff like that. Because Bab's going to put his lamp down ready for the Sigma to come back down. Now, I think it's great of you that you don't touch the Sigma. Like, don't try and heal him when he comes back down, because he has this lamp ready and also has BAP with him. Instead of just standing here though and healing this BAP, I would just stand here and damage boost the soldier. The reason is because the BAP has put down lamp. BAP will then basically allow himself just to kind of, you know, passively regen and stuff like that whilst he's in this lamp. He also has this lamp to protect him and stuff like that for now. So allow yourself to be aggressive and just damage boost the soldier. Soldier can then maybe like try and get a pick off on like someone on the low ground, like the cast, for example, like when he peeks and everything. But you just need to be a little bit more active with your blue beam at this point. But it's nice heals onto him, and obviously we go to him and like put the blue beam on now, which is fine. We just need to do it a little bit sooner. Nice rotation back out. Nice ping. Nice. We need to help May. Ooh. Okay, we need to help May a little bit quicker though. Okay, let me quickly go back. Because I feel as though we get a little bit distracted with the Genji. So we end up, I think everyone kind of ends up like abandoning the May. Okay, so this is fine. I like this rotation here. This is great, right? You ping this Genji, perfect, okay? Then you're helping your soldier get rid of the Genji. You help your BAP, okay. As soon as you've now done that, you have to think to yourself, okay, like, you know, make sure the rest of my team's okay. Like, obviously my big blue beam target is dropped and everything, right? It's at this point we now need to think, oh, because my May, right? And then we put the beam onto the May. Now, I don't know if this helps, like, survive the May and stuff like that, but we should have put it on a little bit sooner. Nice Valk, though. I will be honest, it's nice. Ooh, okay. I feel as though we've been a little bit tunnel visioned on the res here, okay? So let me quickly go back again. So because the May falls, I feel as though we kind of like get a little bit tunnel visioned onto it and be like, I have to res this, what's it called? This May, even though we know that the Genji is still going to be behind us, right? So May dies, we pop Valk. This is fine. But now with this Valk, you want to be pushing this damage boost with other people instead, because I feel as though you kind of like go, not so much a bit AFK, but it's like you kind of like just go back here, right? As you're popping your Valk, still try to keep an eye on like your BAP and soldier, because we know this Genji is still alive. We know he dashed back through there, so he's wanting to come and attack again. At this point, you now need to peel for your BAP rather than coming for this res. Because what ends up happening is the Genji ends up getting peeled from the Mercy, and then he's like 1 HP while he gets dashed through, and then he'll end up falling now because he's like, the Mercy's with him. Now we do end up going for the res. I'm going to see what you end up doing at the end of this. Nice flux. Obviously damage boosting flux and everything, completely fine. Oh man, so we end up like GAing into the high noon, right? I'm going to say to you right now, what is wrong with this high ground? Right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this high ground because, okay, the enemy Mercy's using it and the Life Weaver's kind of using it. Are they going to attack you? No, not really. They'll be helping the team, right? So instead of doing this GA here, where, you know, obviously we don't know where people are, we can still GA ourselves up onto this high ground here and then just jiggle peek it like this. Oh, high noon. I'll just play passive for a sec, right? That's what I mean by throwed, yeah. I feel as though we did make a bad rotation here towards the end of our Valk and stuff like that. But yeah. When me and the enemy Mercy right next to each other healing. No, this is what exactly it would be like. And just the two of you just like being stood up here like dum 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 kind of thing. But yeah. Anyways, we keep going. I think they do end up capping it, yeah. So we switched to a Moira now, which... Oh, Honor even, okay. I was about to say, Moira does not synergize well with Mercy at all, but we switched to an Honor, which is at least a little bit better. Just means, obviously, we will need to peel a little bit more, because obviously, you know, especially with the Genji, like, dives onto her and stuff, it's not going to be great. Right, but anyways. Nice. Okay. We've not followed up on the soldier here. Instead, we're trying, like, we're just going up and pinging random people when we know they're going to be on the payload, right? Push up with your soldier here. Make sure you still got your beam on him. And then stay with your soldier. Like, main and stuff like that, okay? Because I feel as though this is the point where I feel as though you're panicking now because you made that bad mistake on that last fight, right? If you make a bad mistake, don't tilt. Don't, like, just be like, okay, I made a mistake. What can we learn from that? Okay, we can use different cover and stuff like that, right? That's it. Bam. Forget about it. 10 seconds of, like, respawn time is over. We're back into the match. We're, like, really focused. We're, like, thinking about ourselves to figure out how we can do things right? We go in. We follow up on our soldier. We keep on damage boosting him. We play our cover and everything like that, okay? We stay damage boosting him because we know they're going to be on the cards and they're going to be pushing forward, right? Nice. Okay? We then back off, right? Which I fully respect and stuff like that. But if we are going to back off, we need to back off towards this kind of cover here. Because we know, which you'll know, because obviously, you know, you've played in these high lobbies and stuff like that. Nobody's been in the map for quite a while. We will know that our DPS, especially hit scans, like to come and take this flank angle here to try and get someone on this flank. Oh, look, there's a Mercy here who's completely out in the open. Pew, 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 right? I like this rotation away. Do not get me wrong, this is a great rotation. We just need to make it better by playing around the back of this cover, make sure that we're fully safe away from that flank that we know is coming, because we are smart enough, we have been in GM before, we know that that flank is going to be coming, okay? So it's fine, obviously, you know, we realise it, we rotate around, which is completely fine. We're back onto the health pack, which is really, really great. Fortunately, nobody's going to fall up on the sleep, which is really unfortunate. I don't know why. So rotate up to high ground, which is fine. Nice damage from some visor and everything. Nice damage heals on the Ryan, because I have no clue where your honor is. Nice. Nice heals obviously onto the Mei. Really, really nice. Really, really nicely played by that one. We just need to be played a little bit safer again, like with that cast and stuff like that on the just in case. The same thing again where it's like you don't really need to be like in with your Rhine here. Like remember your Honor has really nice LOS by just standing here so she can like look at everyone really nicely. Leave your Honor to do this and just allow yourself just to damage boost this Mei a little bit more. Soldier needs help. Okay, instead of, because imagine if he's like being really hard pushed by the Genji, you don't want to be meeting him as he's coming out when he gets LOS of you. You actually want to be here ready for him. How can we do that? Well, instead of just waiting for him to peek you, you can use your Mei or you can use someone else basically to do that crouch guard and just get yourself up on the just in case he's getting like really hard focused down. You can get him out rather than him waiting to get out here, because the time in between you meeting him when he's like here and you meeting him while he's here could be the choice between like life and death, right? We want to try and pick him up as quickly as possible. So if he's not got LOS of you, you use your Mei or someone else, get up and help him a little bit sooner, alright? That's fine. Nice pings, obviously letting them know that the Genji's there. Really, really nice. Okay, it's nice that you're, what's it called? It's nice that you're pinging that and stuff like that. But you have to kind of think to yourself, okay, how can I like now get myself prepared for it? We now need to play out of the way. We now need to play like out here, like in here. We now need to play like basically as far away as we can so we're ready for it. Because now he's like there and he's like facing you and he's like ready. Nice pings, I'm still at the moment. Mercy is. We Valk's obviously stopped, you know, counter their Valk basically. Nice damage boost onto the thing. Okay. Whenever Ryan's followed up on a, what's it called, on a shatter, just damage boost him. You have honor there to heal him. You can literally just damage boost that entire thing until he puts up that shield, then you can heal him. But definitely just try and damage boost him a little bit more. You beam on soldier, nice. Nice heals. Let's tell people to fall back, which is completely fine. Nice, yep. You need to help soldier here though. In that flux, you need to help soldier. Like, it's completely fine you helping Mei and stuff like that. But you have to kind of realize to yourself, my Mei hasn't used her ice block in a while, so she should be fine. Because she could just ice block and, you know, mitigate all the damage, basically. So our Mei kind of, like, source here is to help the soldier. I like this rotation, though, so I'm just going to go and help him. You cannot do anything, though. I'm going to be honest. This is completely not your fault. Because it's just, like, extremely good use of ults by them, and you just end up getting zoned. I'm gonna quickly replay it just to like, kind of like show people like what I mean by you can't really do anything here. Because honestly, like if you're getting zoned by a high noon and a blade, you ain't doing anything. So I would just do a slingshot earlier, just try and get yourself all the way around. Yeah, you're not you're not surviving that. Which is completely unfortunate. It's absolutely not your fault. It's just they use like 3 ults. They use basically all 5 of the ults in one team fight, and you can't do anything there. But anyways, so we keep on going.
I must return to my post.
At this point, I'd be coming back on Lucio, just purely because you don't have anyone you can J into. Yeah. We don't touch it, which is great. But it would have been so much better if you came back on Lucio here. The reason is because you know that the other 2 people that were alive, you can't really get back to like go and help them and stuff like that. So it would have been better if you literally just came back skating on Lucio, and then as soon as it hits like kind of like overtime a bit, you then come in like start stalling it on the cart. Because you coming back on Mercy right now isn't going to do anything for your team, okay? I like how you were able to touch though and allows Mei to get her like blizzard off and stuff, which is great. But imagine if you were here on Lucio, allowing yourself to kind of like follow up on these kills and stuff like that, okay? Can't even skate Lucio. Honestly, I would recommend like learning Lucio. Like, not even so much like you need to be able like to be an absolute amazing like Lucio and stuff like that. But I think definitely learn Lucio, because a lot of the time when Mercy isn't needed, you'll need a Lucio, or obviously you know your other support will be Lucio. But a lot of the time, instead of playing Mercy, you'll need a Lucio in your team, and it's really worthwhile knowing how to play Lucio, so you can just come out and stall this a little bit better. But I'm going to put back on... In fact, no, I'm just going to watch this team fight play out, actually, until you get back. So to come back on Torb and everything. Really, really nice, like, what's it called? Obviously, your team holding this and everything, which is really good. You end up coming back on Kiri now, which is okay. Obviously, the last team fight and everything like that. I want to kind of TP in quickly. Nice Suzu. We don't want our Ryan to pin in, though I don't know why. Why is pinning in? Nice headshot. But obviously, we now know he's on that high ground, so just try to play your cover. Nice. Okay, at this point, I would have maybe TP'd myself around to, like, be with someone else. Like, be, like, with this Mei, for example. Because it allows you to play, like, this angle here and completely mitigates out this cast. Because you, right now, playing on this angle is very, like, kind of risky. Because if this Ryan puts down his shield, any kind of damage that was meant for this Ryan and gets missed is going to go straight for you. So I don't mind you playing here up until the point where like you can TP, and then I would TP away just to kind of like be with someone else. We're rotating round now, which is completely fine. That's it, still pinging up there though. Nice spam obviously to get off on there. Like pressure him out. Can't do anything for that Mercy, which is unfortunate. So you know the cast is still going to be up there, so we just have to be careful with it. Missed the Zuzu, which is okay. I don't think it really matters too much. It doesn't matter like the other one that happened earlier. Try not to shoot into the deflex, because that will probably kill someone one day and they will scream at you. And you do end up like winning it, which is really, really great. So overall, Rose, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I feel as though I don't know why you've been stuck in Diamond and Masters. Unless if this is one of your extremely good games. Like, if this is one of your extremely good games, I can understand why you would have been GM. All right, because this was a really well played match by you. Okay, because your damage boost and healing was like I think the majority of the time good. There was certainly just certain points where it was like you could have pushed the damage boost a little bit more than what you were doing and stuff like that. So just try and like what's called try and push that damage boost a little bit more than what you're doing, rather than just like trying to heal people a little bit more and stuff like that. So try and push it a little bit more. Reses were kind of okay. Like the majority of them were good, apart from that May one. We just need to try and like not tunnel vision on the res we want to do. Try to look around. Like see obviously if the res is like safe, and then look around your team and make sure your team is safe before you go in for that res, because you don't want to kind of like let a teammate die while you're going for a res. So just try to look around a little bit if you can before doing that. Trying to think what else. Your Valk obviously from the first one and also the second I didn't like. I think the rest of your Valks were really really good. Um, Obviously we talked about the high ground uses. Honestly, Rose, it's very much like brushing up on like certain things. Like it's a lot of the time where it's like you're doing it's just like mistakes and stuff like that, like common mistakes and stuff like that that you're just making every now and again. Like just try and brush up on your gameplay a tad little bit more. Like make sure you're playing as much coverage as possible. And just brush up on your movement a tad little bit more as well. Because I feel so there's like certain points where your movement's been a little bit scruffy. I don't know if it's because whether you're not comfortable with the new movement yet or not. I don't know. But I think definitely just try and brush up on the movement a tad little bit more. But overall, Rose, honestly, a really, really strong board. Honestly, I don't really have too much to kind of like say more about it because it was just honestly, it was so strong. But yeah, I hate the new movement. That's probably why as well. You probably struggled with it a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone on Twitch as well as on YouTube that have watched this. Once again, you can get your own VOD views. They are for 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I see you all later. Bye! No, honestly, Overwatch 1 movement for Mercy was so, so good. I do kind of miss it. At the same time, I kind of got used to Overwatch 2 now, so I don't know whether I'd